Okay, here we're going to show you the automatic operation of the E400 automatic wastewater and wash water treatment and recycle system. First, let's start you off with the home screen. That's our home screen. Here you have home, operations, stats, and manual mode. You also have auto treat engage. That's the fun one. Let's start you out with manual mode. Just to look at this. This button turns on the mixer. You can see it turns green here. That means it's on. Let's say we want to feed some chemistry. There we go. The feeder's feeding. This is feeding dry chemistry. Usually our clay lock 481, 600, whichever is most appropriate. We'll turn those off. After treatment's done, the sludge falls down to the bottom. Clean water's at the top. So the next thing to do is decant. This valve comes on. Well, what's it doing? Well, it's sending the clean water over to a clean water holding tank off to the side. We don't want to filter clean water because any residual polymer that may or may not be left over could clog a filter. So we try to avoid that. Next thing we do is open the sludge valve. That's right here. Open the sludge pump. Now all that sludge that's left over is pumping over to the dewatering tank, which has a dewatering bag in it. Usually it's not very much, so it just goes on for maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Turn the valve off first, then the pump, and your whole treatment is done manually. We added these little buttons, red light, yellow light, green light, just to mess around with the lights for now so that we can see, make sure everything's working. Okay, let's go back to the home mode. On the home mode, this is where you would hit the auto treatment engage. It sets it to be automatic. It runs by itself. Operator doesn't have to be there. However, sometimes you may have different waters, so you may want to change the times of the operations. So we go to the ops view, and let's say we want to change the decant time. So you hit decant time, and let's say we want to do 60 seconds, enter. Now it's at 60 seconds. For a demonstration, that's going to be a little long, so we're going to put it back at 6 seconds. So let's go to auto mode. Auto mode, what's going to happen is the mixer is going to turn on, the feeder is going to feed the chemistry, the mixer will stay on for a little bit longer, it's going to settle, the mixer will turn on again, allow it to grab a little bit more of the particles, turn off, allow it to settle again, it's going to decant, then it's going to transfer the sludge just like we did in the manual mode. And this one shows you the times and a few other things. So here we go. We're waiting for 5 seconds. Mixer turns on. Feeder turns on. Now the feeder will turn off first. Mixer will turn off next. Okay, the water's settling. In this case, 5 seconds. Usually it's a minute. Mixer turn back on. Mixer turns back off. It settles. All the sludge hits the bottom. Decanting. Sending all the clean water to the clean water holding tank. Now it just opened the sludge valve. It's sending all the sludge to the dewatering bag. Notice that the pump will turn off first, then the valve. And your treatment operation is finished. And it will continue to do this every time it sees water basically afloat in the treatment tank. Shows that the treatment tank is full. It stops the fill process and treats all over again. And there you have it.